Welcome to DAX analysis series. In this series, I'm going to cover each and every DAX function, their real-time uses, and some examples. We are going to use the DAX guide and the DAX.do to perform all the DAX expressions and find out what is an output and how it is used in real time with help of ChatGPT. So let's get started with the first DAX function, that is ABS. And in meanwhile, you can have this look of this guide. You have lots of functions available here, and you can use dax.do as a sample example where you can run your DAX code and try to see the output trends. And we'll use ChatGPT to understand the DAX code in a deeper sense. Now let's just first understand what is ABS. So I'll go to ChatGPT and first type there that um, act as a DAX expert, and I will be providing or entering DAX functions. Please consider a sample data example of, you can say sample example uh, for buying clothes, or you can say sarees. Okay, so we are giving the chat GPT that let if act as a DAX expert, and probably we'll be providing some functions. So let's ask ChatGPT that it is ready to accept the DAX function. So here is my first DAX expression, ABS. So it gives you information that ABS returns an absolute value of the number, um, disregards a sign. So explain it with series example. Okay, so the data set of groceries, let's say you got apple with the price of 2, banana with -1, oranges, tomatoes, and potatoes. Unfortunately, there is no negative price, right? So you can use ABS function there to convert the whole price into a positive number, and that's where you get the output. In a similar way, when I use the DAX guide example here and copy this code and explain you the code on the DAX.do, what exactly it works. So let me just paste here. So let me run it by line to line. So I'm using dax.do. Let me just run it whole. So we are defining a variable with a name called vals, and we are generating a series of -2 to +2 with a difference of 0.5. Okay. Now this particular series has we have detailed information here that will give a start value, we'll give an end value, and we'll have an incremental value. The define is basically a function where we will able to define the variable. Then we evaluate. We evaluate basically using an evaluate function, and that's where we will able to see, we will able to get that value out. Then we got ABS. ABS returns the value in an absolute number, and our first column will be vals. The second column will be named as ABS, which is basically the absolute value of the value, that is val. And then the sign will give you the sign, and the sign would be an absolute value of sorry, the sign will be declared as value of sign. So sign is basically a real number. So if it is 1, then it gives you a positive number. If it is 1 negative, then -1, and 0 is 0. And we are basically sorting them by values. So let me run it. You will have a values, that is basically the whole value as an input, and absolute value of that is you will be able to see all the negatives are converted to positive, and wherever we see the positive of the actual value is 1, positive negatives of an actual values are coming as -1. So this is all about ABS and how do we use this ABS in your real example. Thanks for watching. Stay connected for next videos regarding DAX Learn series. Thank you so much.